What's up, guys? It's Lebb from My03, Our03 magazine, and today I have the privilege of speaking to the beautiful and elegant, and you've seen them, you love them, you know them from all over KZN. WahWahBaby. What's up, guys?
What's up, Lebb?
Hey,
Lovely to have you here. It's always good joining with you at the gigs together, but now having this platform is quite different. I'm gonna have to hold back on the drinking today. Sweet. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves and just tell us what you do in the band?
I'm Nasham. I'm the drummer of the band. I drum in the band.
It's Matt. I'm Matthew. I'm Matthew. I'm the bassist.
I'm Ryan, I'm the guitarist.
and I'm Shawn Michael, I'm the vocalist. So, WahWahBaby started as a passion project between Ryan and myself initially, that we started going to the same campus and we wanted to create a platform for us to express ourselves musically and like really showcase what we were learning and what we were capable of doing at home. And we met some amazing people on campus that we thought would be absolutely perfect for the band. And a core foundation member of the band is obviously Matthew Lowe. When we met Matthew, we were like, yeah, this is the right guy to create a solid basis, the right foundation for where we want to create with the band and where we want to take it. And then we just got together, the three of us initially, tried to work some stuff out. Met some other homies on campus. We've interchanged through a lot of drummers. We also had Keegan East on backing vocals and lead vocals for a while. And then we started performing on campus, working on our original stuff, and we needed a name. And we kind of, yeah, I don't know, the name, I'll let Ryan talk about the name.
Okay, so the name, one of my favorite effects pedals, the wah wah. And we're like, okay, wah wah, what sound does a baby make? Wah wah. And then we were like, okay, wah wah baby, that's it. And we kind of rushed through it though, because we wanted to enter the battle of the bands that was happening at that time. And then we were like, guys, it's a good idea, let's just stick with this. I came up with this, it's foolproof, and we haven't changed it since, so yeah.
It did start out like as something that was a bit funny, like, oh, we'll call ourselves WahWahBaby for now. But every time we kind of said it out loud and when we were performing, people like, I don't know, it really clicked with people. Like they were really like, what is that? WahWahBaby. Especially like when an MC would announce it, that like do it with such enthusiasm. So we're like, yeah, no, this definitely works. So. I think you know, WahWahBaby gimmick, hidden party trick, yeah. I think I just never forgot how to do it. Since I was there, I was like, this language is cool.
Okay, so I think where Sean was going with it was when we started off, I had already a lot of original pieces that I had written, and then obviously they kind of just sat with me because I didn't really know how to, take it a step further, especially like being self-taught with guitar. For Ghost Sex is a very good example for that. I wrote that like I think when I was 18, and then it literally sat there with me for like 2 years, and then I came to the college that we all met at, and then I didn't know Ryan was an actual, guitarist, and then and then I showed him the song, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool," and then he just shredded, and I was like, "Okay, that's where I want to take."
I think that's something that.
Yeah, mashups.
Mashups.
I think that's something that's a core part of our identity as a band actually is that we never want to do a cover like exactly as is unless we were specifically asked by the person booking us or like an audience member that requested it to do it as is that we really want to take it as a song and explore it as musicians and put it out as our own thing. And we want to add a little bit of our wah wah spice to it. I love to call it a wah wah flip on the songs that we do. So we'll take like maybe two pop songs that we think are really popular at the moment and that we're also vibing to, throw them in together, add a whole lot of wah flair on it, and then push it out for you guys, and it tends to get a good response every time. Because I think people don't hear the songs that way. So yeah.
I think like another core reason is that like your set is this short and your set list is this big,
Yeah.
but you want to do all the
You
songs.
want to do all the songs. Yeah.
And growing up and listening to all different types of music, and obviously you have your favorite bands here and there. Sean absolutely despises some of the bands I love, and I'm like, guys, can't we just put all the songs into like one big song? And that was like you said, the Sabbath thing, the Hendrix mashup is like all one thing, and we just try to compile it. And also it's really like a habit that Keegan used to do a lot. He just sings random songs, and he's like, guys, this song actually sounds like this song, and we could go into, guys, listen to this mashup, and it would be like amazing. And it's a habit that we all picked up on now, because we're like, okay, every song that we hear, we're like, surely this can go into that. It'll be quite odd. I remember we did at Westwood Warehouse, I don't think you were there, but we did Jiga by Mikasa into One More Time by like Daft Punk, and that's quite an odd one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think when it comes to like where we see our sound going and where it comes from was like it's something we've said before when people ask us, is that each of us have a very different background in terms of what we consider like our favorite types of music or music that we listen to, and all of those influences have like inspired each of us individually as artists. And we really wanted to create a platform where we could blend all of our interests and all of our influences and project it all together into something beautiful. And I think that package of the unison of all of us coming together is really what WahWahBaby is. And it's why we dabble in so many different genres and sounds, even sometimes on the same song. We have songs that are rap, we have songs, but at the same time they're also punk, and then we have like
Funk and rock.
a whole lot of funk grooves going on. So like we're blending a lot of different elements, and so yeah, I don't know if I'd categorize us as a genre moving forward. I think we just want to keep creating that WahWahBaby sound, and yeah, hopefully it catches on.
Alright guys, at the top of your head, I need to know, you have one choice. Bunny chow, shisha nyama, oriole, what are you choosing?
We were thinking
Hey,
about this.
bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
No, it's not funny.
Funny chow.
Guys.
Except, but essentially, a shisanyama is a braai, bro. Can us as South Africans do without a braai?
Can you do without
bunny
bunny
chow?
chow?
See, that's why it's it's a very hard decision to make, bro. I can't choose between the two of them.
Shisanyama in the bunny chow.
Yes.
Choo, there's it there.
We're gonna have to patent that straight off.
For sure.
So is it unanimous with the rest of you three that it's bunny chow, or the Nash was between bunny chow and bra?
Yeah.
I don't have a say. I think I'm just gonna go with this. It's usually just they choose.
He meant to say bunny chow.
Yeah, so I guess it's bunny chow. Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. I'm just graph.
I just work.
If you are being held hostage, Matt, blink
Yeah.
twice. Alright, okay, so then maybe we need to further this question. Favorite curry? Number 2. What is your favorite side with that curry? Are we talking rice, naan, roti? Any? What would be? Let's get deep with this.
Okay, so for me, paneer tikka or paneer sagwala, which is like the spinach kind of blend with the spice, and definitely sides roti or a garlic naan slaps. You
So I
can't.
can tikka and paneer, bro.
Hey, I agree with you on the naan there and the paneer. Yo.
I'm allergic to veggies, and I have to say it'll have to be like maybe a mutton dalgos
Yeah.
or
With a
a butter
roti.
chicken with naan.
Oh yeah, you want a
Yeah.
naan?
No vegetables.
Okay, I'd probably say butter chicken with naan. And I'm gonna make up a word and try to see if it's a I'll have the durania.
Tuna real.
Tuna real.
What are you talking about?
I'll have the diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
I think that goes without saying.
With naan.
Me, I'd eat a butter chicken with a roti though. Not a naan. I prefer a roti to a naan.
Okay.
All I'm hearing is we're all naan and rotios over here.
Yeah.
I hope we're not causing you.
As Malka porridge, you say, my family is porridge. Practice. And if you feel like you practiced enough,
You didn't.
you didn't. Go back and practice some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I got no advice.
Oh, okay. I would say, I would agree with Nash in that you really have to put in the work. I see like a lot of musos that like want to get involved in the scene are very passionate about what they do, but when it comes to actually like their knowledge of music, not to like kind of sound like a prude or anything, but it's important to put in the work to know what you're doing. If you're really passionate about something, you need to really explore it as much as you can. And have a really good understanding about it. And I think once you have a good understanding and grasp of music, then what you do with it and is then your own. It's then your passion project, you know. But know where you're coming from and where you want to go. So I think, put in the work. Don't be too quick to try to jump in and just try to get known, because you also want to be known for quality. So I think that's very important. But yeah, understand what you're doing, and then understand yourself so that you can implement yourself in that and take that to the world.
Like adding on what Nashan and Sean said, like today our lecturer told us, you know, that consistency is always better than intensity. And I think that applies to more than what we're doing here as musos. It can apply in every factor of our lives. But personally, as a muso, I would say, be authentically you. Never try to be anyone else or something that you're not. And personality and emotions and mental stuff all play a huge role in what your music actually sounds like. From the way you play an instrument, or the way, if this is your instrument, it just influences that completely. So I think nurture yourself and take care of yourself as a muso, and don't shoot for like the stars from the get-go, you know. And make good friends. Make good friends with the people around you. Be humble, and just enjoy the music and the scene.
You have to be humble.
I think a lot of people are missing like the real passion and just like sitting and enjoying a show. Like, let's not like critique everything. You know, maybe the sound's a bit bad. Maybe somebody hit a wrong note, and you know, we're to blame for this because we are educated musicians, and we always sit there and we're like so critical of ourselves, but we forget to enjoy it most of the time. So I would say definitely enjoy the journey along the way and learn from those mistakes. But yeah,
Always be willing to learn.
Strive to be the best.
Bioplus.
I think that ties in with
That's your bioflus.
Bioplus. Definitely good advice.
energy.
You need it. Yeah.
That was amazing, man.
That was amazing, Matt. We got practice, we got consistency, we got be humble, and we got bio plus. I knew this was going to be a banger today. I had to have my green tea today just to get my zen right, because I knew this was going to be a big interview. Sorry, Matt, it wasn't bio plus though.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Forgive
As long
me.
as you put the sachet in the, it's cool.
Awesome, guys. I would like to know from you guys as well as upcoming, well, I can't even say upcoming because you guys are pretty much known all over KZN, and I think it's got a lot to do with, number one, the quality of your performance. Number two is that humility that Ryan was talking about. I can't believe it. You watch you guys play such a tight act and then still get off stage and thank people for their kind words to you, and oh no, thanks, you know, that's really comes through. Something else that was really interesting was, you know, in an age where a lot of musicians are going at covers, here's our rendition of this song done by this artist. You guys have really turned that on its head, and I think that's one of the big standouts when you guys were coming out. You didn't just go for the traditional covers approach. Anyone who hasn't seen Wawa Baby listening to this, Wawa Baby is a beautiful way of blending. So, for example, you have like the one of the well-knowns. I've seen the reggae mix and the Sabbath mix. So there'll be a couple Sabbath songs all mixed into one blend. So like more medleys than individual covers. Tell me a little bit about that.
Mashups.
I think that's something
Mashups.
that
Yeah, mashups.
Mashups.
I think that's something that's a
Mm,
core
mashup.
part of our identity as a band actually is that we never want to do a cover like exactly as is unless we were specifically asked by the person booking us or like an audience member that requested it to do it as is that we really want to take it as a song and explore it as musicians and put it out as our own thing. And we want to add a little bit of our wah wah spice to it. I love to call it a wah wah flip on the songs that we do. So we'll take like maybe two pop songs that we think are really popular at the moment and that we're also vibing to, throw them in together, add a whole lot of wah wah flair on it, and then push it out for you guys. And it tends to get a good response every time.
Yeah.
Because I think people don't hear the songs that way. Yeah, so yeah.
I think like
Amazing.
another core reason is that like your set is this short and your set list is this big,
Yeah.
but you want to do all the
You want
songs.
to do all the
Yeah.
songs, yeah.
And growing up and listening to all different types of music, and obviously you'll have your favorite bands here and there. Sham absolutely despises some of the bands I love, and I'm like, guys, can we just put all the songs into like one big song? And that was like you said, the Sabbath thing, the Hendrix mashup is like all one thing, and we just try to compile it. And also it's really like a habit that Keegan used to do a lot. He just sings random songs and he's like, guys, this song actually sounds like this song, and we could go into, guys, listen to this mashup, and it would be like amazing. And it's a habit that we all picked up on now, because we're like, okay, every song that we hear, we're like, surely this can go into that. It'll be quite odd. I remember we did at Westwood Warehouse, I don't think you were there, but we did Giga by Mikasa into One More Time by like Daft Punk, and that's
What?
quite an odd one.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, I need to hear this one.
Yeah.
So we've got just under 10 minutes left, guys. I wanted to know as well from your side as well, what are some standout things, strengths, or things that you absolutely love about the O3? Anywhere in KZN, the musicianship, the music scene coming up from O3. What are some standout things for you?
Mm,
Yeah, wow. That's a tough question.
yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's so much.
I liked that sounds fake. That sounds fake. Mine one sounded real.
You're exposing me.
I was gonna say that personally I like performing by the beach a lot. So I think it's like such a cool vibe. I think when we did one when we played with you guys, what's the place called?
Robson's.
Robson's.
So,
I like the vibe there because like the beach is just around the corner, and then just knowing like feeling like okay, you're in Durban, you can, if you crazy, you can just walk to the beach and go have a swim. Like after you feeling super hot after playing at the gig, then you can just I love the vibe of the beach. It's just cool.
This is definitely like a tough question, because you and all the musos in Durban will know that the scene is just this constant ebb of flow of not consistent people supporting, and also trouble with venues and a whole bunch of things. So I will say that it definitely makes you more of a resilient muso. Sometimes you're gonna have a crowd, sometimes you're not. But remember why you do it. It's your art, you love and your passion for it. When people do show up, when people are there to support you, is quite warm, literally, and inviting. And I love sweating on stage, so Durban is the place for me. I love it.
I think something special about Durban is, yeah, so I agree with Ryan that it sharpens your ability to network and to really push for the gigs, to make sure that like to make sure that the scene is being kept alive is really like the responsibility and the onus of the musicians who want to keep it alive. So I love that it really builds a strength in the business part of being a musician working in Durban. But also what I love about Durban is well all of KZN really is that it's such a creative hub, like in all different genres, where you have people working their butts off maybe like in other provinces to really in this rat race of making it. But in Durban, it's really like even where those people who work there come here to be creative. It's where a lot of them are from. It's and I've spoken to this with a few people in the hip hop scene where they say that the creativity is here. The creativity is born here, it grows here, and then from here is where a lot of the rest of South Africa gets a lot of stuff when it comes to an entertainment industry. So I love that about Durban. I love that because it's a little bit slower paced, the creativity grows more.
That's a really good point there. Really, really good point. Nash?
I just love the people that we meet in the scene and the vibes in Durban. It's just
He doesn't like it yet.
you're abusing me. This is our Facebook, guys.
It sounds like you
Guy
just
just
wrote this
abuses
down
me
and
all
you're
the
reading.
time.
I like the people and my friends. No, I'm joking.
Sorry, guys, our rhythm section was problematic. Sorry.
Almost I love it.
Oh, that's amazing. All right, thanks guys for that. Tell us any big plans. So obviously these interviews drop a little bit in the future. It's not like quite soon, but let me ask rather, what can we look forward to from WahWahBaby for the rest of this year? Any big things?
So we have decided that we are going to this year start pushing our singles and more specifically Go 6. So that's one of our first ones, and yeah, it's
So excited.
definitely not only because it is definitely a factor that you know
It's your
because you
favorite
like
song.
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we
It's
like
because of
we need to
you.
push it out.
Thanks guys.
So
Thanks, man.
we haven't decided the dates yet, but we basically have it pretty much ready. Just need to tweak a few things, the production stage and that, and we have our lovely 2 members here that can do it. And yeah, I think that's one of the highlights for us right now. What we have
Amazing.
planned.
Amazing.
Definitely to push our original music so that people don't only have to hear it at the gigs. We get asked very often like, when are you guys gonna put stuff out? And this year is definitely the year for that. That's where a lot of our focus this year has been, is to get our stuff recorded properly, get it down, get it out there, and start working on the marketing of all of it. And like we wanna push it so that when it releases, it's not like a soft release, that it's going where it should go.
100%. Thank you guys so much. Can I just ask where people can find you, especially for those of you who don't know? You need to tune into these guys every Wednesday for WahWah Wednesday. It's a thing. If you're not from KZN, you must know. Where can people find you?
So we're on all social media platforms. I love saying this. I always sound like I'm in advertising, like I'm that guy on the radio. Like, you can find us on all social media platforms, on Instagram at WahWahBaby, TikTok at WahWahBaby.
_WahWahBaby _
I mean, if you put in WahWahBaby, we're right there on the top. Facebook at WahWahBaby, and yeah, so that's you'll definitely catch our WahWah Wednesdays mainly on our Instagram and TikTok, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy them. Like, we try to be funny.
I love them. I just eat that stuff up midway through the week. You're tired, and next thing I see these 4 beautiful faces. You know what killed me? You know what absolutely annihilated me? I think I'm probably 50% of your views on that video was when you did that thing. Oh, I'm the lead singer. Of course I'm gonna bail from the band. When you guys did that, it was, like, I think as musicians, we always see musicians come and go, and then when people go, there's this bad blood. You know how nice it was for the fans of WahWah looking at this video and seeing after Keegan's gone his separate way, O's are still hanging out, shooting content together and having a laugh about it. You know, like how reassuring that is as the fans. And then last week I get to the gig, or 2 weeks ago I get to the gig, and there's Keegan on stage with you guys, and it's so wholesome seeing musicians that say, "Hey, we realize we're all on different creative pathways. We're not going to hate you for it. We're not going to be angry at you for it. We wish you well, but it's so nice that we can still meet up and do the things when we decide to." So yeah.
Yeah, it is quite cool. Like we definitely value our friendship that we have, like above all else. And of course, us being artists, we know that like our paths are never going to be one straight line, and we always know that if not now, we're not together now, we'll meet up sometime later on. But the music definitely binds us, and the friendship is strong. So it's never ever bad blood. But you know, sometimes people got to do what they got to do, and that's just. Yeah.
Also, we love collaborating. Like I absolutely one of my favorite things is to just bring people up on stage. Especially our homies, because I feel like it brings such beautiful energy. Like if we're all here, we're all having a good time. Like, yeah, get up on stage with us, perform with us. Let's do a gig. Like if someone's away, then you know we have homies who want to fall in, and it just extends the Wawa family a bit. It's beautiful.
I've loved my time jumping up on stage with you guys and going nuts.
And we loved it, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And just to wrap up, I'm going to just throw out a question here and see what comes up. Favorite wrestler of all time?
Rhea Ripley.
Nice.
Randy Orton.
Randy Watson,
Rey
the
Mysterio.
RKO. Rey Mysterio. How's the
Because he
most
looks like-
Mexican looking guy in the band gonna tune Rey Mysterio? I love that.
I think they're related.
He calls what I mean.
Javier.
Javier.
Call the
He calls me
Mexican.
Javier.
Your second name is Luciano.
But that's Italian. That has nothing to do with this.
And Ryan, yours? We're about to run out of time. No pressure. Oh, oh, John Cena. You know the original. You know the original of this was Booker T.
Was it?
Back in the day,
Before my time, guys.
he used to bust like this. So yeah. Thank you, Wawa baby. It's been lovely having you guys.
Thank you, Leb.
We'll see you at the gigs.
Yeah.